A large ox, tied to the gypsy's wagon, peacefully munches on grass. A steaming pot of stew bubbles over a small campfire near the gypsy wagon. A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods. On the side of the wagon, the words "Fortune Teller" have been painted. Within the gypsy encampment, Graham notices a tall, burly man who keeps a suspicious eye on him and Cedric. The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort. The sullen A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods.
It will cost you 1 gold coin to see Madamushka. You may see Madamushka now.
Warning. This cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
So, you are here to see Madamushka, no? Well, come closer. Sit down. I will tell you your fortune. Already I can tell that you are on a quest of great urgency. We will see what we can find out for you. Look, Ingram. Look into the crystal ball.
Look, Manannan, look what I have for you. Take a good look at what you did to my brother, Alexander. Because of you, he's doomed to spend the rest of his days as a cat, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you can do something about it. Since you're the one that did this to him, you're the only one who can turn him back again. Back to the wizard Manannan.
Alexander! I don't know how, Mordek. I'm not a wizard. I just happened to stumble across some magic spells and accidentally turned your brother into a cat. I didn't mean it. Please believe me, Mordek. I don't know how to turn him back into a wizard.
You're holding out on me, little man. You're taking advantage of my good nature, but not for long. If I don't get a change of tune from you soon, I'll feed your family to the cat, starting with your dear mother. Remember what I said. I'll only give you a little more time to decide before your family becomes cat food.
That is all. But I see that your mission is very dangerous indeed. I will give you something to help you. Here, wear this. It is a magic amulet. It will protect you against all but the most powerful magic. Good luck, King Ram. Be careful. That Mordek is a bad one.
Thank you, Madam Mushka. Madam Mushka is tired. No more for today.
The amulet is attached to a soft leather thong.
That is not a gold coin.
The magic amulet begins to glow softly as Graham slips it over his head. He then carefully tucks the amulet into the front of his tunic, hiding it from sight.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess. You see, my fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, She jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes, she turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now, all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow.
A lovely little pond surrounds the base of a beautiful weeping willow tree. A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears. In her branch-like arms she clutches a beautiful harp as a child would a cherished toy. The sign seems self-explanatory enough. Enter at your own risk.
Oh, no! Oh, I'm not going in there! Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Numerous roots, rocks, and ruts choke the narrow forest path which branches either to the right or to the left. Numerous roots and snarling roots, creeping vines, decaying logs, twisted, gnarled trees. The close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham. Strange plants and animals inhabit this dark and dreary place, while thin rays of sunlight barely break the surface of the forest's thick foliage. To Graham's great relief, it appears that the witch's magic has been stopped by the amulet he is wearing, just as Madame Mushka said it would. Though she may look like an ancient old woman, this witch is really very powerful, and much too strong to be shoved aside by a mere man as she staunchly defends her bridge.
What are you doing in my forest, young man? Don't you know you're trespassing?
Oh, I didn't know this was a private forest. Do you own it?
Of course I own it. It's mine. And what did you do to my magic? Huh?
I don't think you need to know. Now tell me something. How does one leave this confusing forest?
I'll never tell. I'm afraid you're stuck, dearie. Now you're my prisoner.
We'll see about that.
Yes, won't we?
Mumbling and muttering to herself, the ugly old hag refuses to indulge in any further conversation with Graham. This is an old, tarnished brass bottle.
What's this?
Ah, freedom at last! Now you spend the next 500 years in a bottle.
Good. That old witch won't be seen here for a long time. But now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
A crude, misshapen structure, which remotely resembles a house, sits forlornly in the center of the gloomy forest. A crevasse spewing hot steam and licks of flames surrounds it. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree trunk and salvaged stone. Being cold and creepy, Graham finds he would just as soon hurry up and leave. Tucked under a large crack in the wall, which seems to serve as a window, Graham sees an interesting wooden trunk. An interesting incense burner hangs from a protruding tree branch. Occasionally, from within it, a tiny glint winks. What's this? Why, it's a little key. A small, intricate spinning wheel is put away in the trunk. Reaching a hand into the trunk, Graham retrieves the small spinning wheel. A set of stone steps, much too narrow for Graham's larger body, wind precariously upward in the back of the room. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree. Graham spies a small drawer built into the trunk of a tree, which pokes awkwardly through the wall of the house. A small leather pouch is tucked away in the drawer. Graham reaches the drawer and removes the leather pouch. Upon opening the leather pouch, Graham discovers 3 sparkling emeralds. The old witch's house has been crudely fashioned from an old tree. The old witch's A crude little door has been built into the trunk of this large, grotesque tree. A small door built. Graham tugs firmly on the door in the tree, but finds it securely locked. Graham finds that the little key fits perfectly in this lock. Graham is charmed to find a little golden heart inside the door of the twisted old tree. Reaching into the little door of the tree, Graham extracts the little golden heart. A large, rock-like creature blocks further passage to the west. Graham squeezes the honeycomb as hard as he can, which causes the honey to drip out of it onto the ground, creating a sticky little puddle at his feet. Now all that's left of the honeycomb is a piece of beeswax, which Graham puts back in his pocket.
Please, let me go. I beg of you.
Why should I do that? What will you do for me?
I'll show you the way out of the forest, if you let me go.
How do I know I can trust you?
I give you my word. An elf never breaks his word.
Well, it's against my better judgment, but okay.
Move over, Rocky. You're in our way.
Sorry.
Follow me. In here.
Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for
Hey, over here. I've got something for you. I never take anything without giving in return. For your generosity in giving me those exquisite emeralds, I give you my finest pair of shoes. May they help you in your quest. Follow that passage over there. It's the way out of the dark forest.
Thank you very much for all your help. I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for these fine shoes.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're okay. I was beginning to worry.
You were right not to want to venture in that dark forest, Cedric. I thought I'd never get out of there alive.
My... I don't need this old thing anymore. Look at me, I'm a princess again. Herbert!
Alicia. Where have you been all this time, my love?
Oh, darling, just take me home. I'll tell you on the way.
A beautiful harp lies on the ground near the small pond.
Now, why would she toss aside this beautiful harp? Well, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it.
Graham notices a grassy clearing at the edge of the woods. A tambourine lies on the ground near the abandoned gypsy encampment. Not seeing the tambourine's owner, Graham bends down and rescues it from the ground. Utilizing fallen logs, a gnome has built a little forest home. Sitting on a stool in front of his house, a young gnome happily plays with an exquisite marionette. Graham attempts to speak to the young gnome, but the boy seems to be very shy and doesn't answer.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought.
If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be. I ain't in the mood to gab right now. Go find someone else to talk to. I ain't in the mood to gab right now. Go find someone else to talk to.
This appears to be a small, intricately constructed spinning wheel.
Where did you get this? I thought I had lost it.
Oh, is it yours? I found it in the old witch's house in the dark forest.
So that's where it got to. The old hag took it, eh? You know, this ain't an ordinary spinning wheel.
It's not? What's so special about it?
Why, this spinning wheel can spin straw into gold, that's what. Except you gotta know how to use it. I doubt even the witch could figure that out. Thank you for bringing it back to me.
Now wait, not so fast. How about that marionette? Don't you think the price of the spinning wheel is worth at least twice that of the puppet? I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, give that marionette to the man here. I'll make you a new one. Come on, boy. Let's gather up some wood for a new puppet.
Wow! Oh, thank you, good sir. You saved my life. My children and I will never forget your kindness. Maybe someday I'll be able to return the favor. Oh, I hear my children calling. Goodbye, until we meet again.
May I help you, sir? Here, let me help you with that. Oh, that cloak fits you perfectly. It just looks wonderful on you. Let me tell you, it will certainly keep you toasty warm during the coming winter. Let me know if you wish to buy it.
Not wishing to be put through another speech.
My golden needle! Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
Well, I'm glad to see you've got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours, for the price of a golden needle.
Thank you, kind sir. I'm sure it will help me on my travel.
I'm sure it will. Good luck. Au revoir.
I don't like this at all.
Come on in, look around. Let me know if you're interested in anything. That's a fine sled, isn't it? Any child would love to have it.
Yes, I was just admiring the workmanship.
Danke. If you'd like to buy it, let me know.
Not wanting to bother the...
Where did you get this wunderbar marionette? The craftsmanship is excellent.
Well, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I got it from a little gnome.
I must have it. Can I buy it from you?
Actually, you may have it if you'll give me the sled in trade.
Why, of course. But I must tell you, I think I'm getting the better deal. I can always make another sled, but finding another marionette of this quality... Ich weiß nicht.
So, can I have the sled?
Yeah, take it, it's yours.
Thank you very much. I think I'll find this sled very useful.
Well, you enjoy it, and danke for the marionette.
It's you again, is it? We still don't have any shoes for sale.
What have we here? Mama, take those shoes from the young man. Let me see them. These are the finest pair of shoes I've ever seen. The leather is soft and pliable, yet sturdy. The craftsmanship of these shoes are superb. And Mama, look at the solid gold buckle. Why, I could retire from the sale of these shoes.
Then the shoes are yours. I don't think I could find a better use for them.
You are a godsend, young man. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me. Just knowing I helped you is enough for me.
Well, it ain't much, but it's all I've got to give. Here, take my cobbler's hammer. Perhaps you can find a use for it. Since I'll be retiring, I won't need it anymore. Thanks to you.
Why, thank you. A hammer could be very useful on my journey.
Take care, young man. We'll never forget this.
That's right, son. We'll finally be able to retire in comfort. You'll be in our hearts from now on. Come on, Mama, let's go home. Let's celebrate our good fortune.
I'll wait for you out here. I don't like that place.
The Country Inn's tavern looks a bit shabby and run down. At the bar, Graham notices 3 men.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub 'em out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds.
I told you I'd repay your kindness when you saved me from that horrible cat. Good luck, friends.
Graham stoops down and picks up the sturdy rope from the stone floor. Graham has unfortunately found himself locked in the Country Inn's dusty, dirty cellar. Graham has unfortunately found himself. A small set of rickety wooden stairs lead up to the cellar door. A rusty padlock securing the door prevents Graham from leaving the cellar. Using the cobbler's hammer, Graham pounds on the rusty padlock until it breaks apart. Graham looks around the inn's kitchen and finds it rather sparse and untidy. In the corner of the room, Graham spies a large kitchen cupboard. It appears that the door leads outside. Inside the cupboard, Graham sees a large, juicy leg of lamb. Reaching into the open cupboard, Graham pulls out the savory leg of lamb. Finding the kitchen door locked, Graham unlocks it before going outside. What a wonderful bluebird! It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family. Graham could never catch the bluebird. The bluebird is too busy taking a bath to answer Graham.